It's funny how life doesn't prepare you for moments like this, the kind that cut deep and leave scars you never thought you'd carry. I had always believed that love was the strongest bond, the one thing that would hold everything together even when everything else was falling apart. But love doesn't always survive betrayal, and when I discovered the truth in her lies, it shattered everything I thought I knew. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't some cinematic revelation where I walked in and caught her in the act. No, it was the little things, the subtle signs that crept up on me over time. At first, I brushed them off, her late nights at the office, her phone always face down, her coldness when I tried to connect with her. But then there was one night that everything changed. I had just returned from a long day, my mind spinning with work and the weight of responsibilities. The door closed behind me, and the familiar stillness of our home settled in. But something was different. My eyes caught a glimpse of her phone, left carelessly on the counter. It was the message that did it. The words were simple, but they hit me like a punch to the gut. I didn't need to read it again. I didn't need to understand every word. I felt it. I knew exactly what it meant. And in that moment, everything I thought I knew about her, about our life together, crumbled. It wasn't just a betrayal. It was the realization that I had been blind, that I had let her deceive me for so long. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream or shout or demand answers. I just walked out. I couldn't look at her, couldn't speak to her. I left without a word. The woman I loved had chosen someone else, and that was something I couldn't understand. There were no explanations that could make sense of it, no reason that could justify the pain I was feeling. The days that followed were a blur. Friends reached out, family tried to convince me to get out, to do something, but I couldn't. I didn't want to face the world. I didn't want to deal with the hollow feeling inside me, the aching emptiness that had taken over every part of my life. I moved into a small apartment, far from the home we had built together, far from the memories that haunted me. For months, I buried myself in work. I avoided everyone and everything that could remind me of her. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't escape the silence. The nights were the hardest. The emptiness of my apartment seemed to echo the void she had left behind. There were moments when I missed her. I would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she felt the same pain I was drowning in. But then I would remind myself, she made her choice. She crossed a line, and there was no going back. Then one afternoon, 6 months later, it happened. Her name flashed on my phone, and for a split second, I couldn't breathe. The emotions hit me like a flood: anger, confusion, disbelief. Why was she reaching out after everything? After I had left without a word, after all the lies? Why now? Was it guilt? Regret? I hesitated for a long time. I debated whether I should respond. Part of me wanted to block her out of my life forever, to erase her from my memory. But another part of me, the part one hated to admit even to myself, wanted to know. I needed to know what she had to say. I told her to meet me at the cafe we used to go to. It was one of the few places that didn't carry the weight of our past, a place where the memories weren't so suffocating. I arrived early, sitting in the back corner, pretending to be calm, but my mind was a whirlwind. What could she possibly say to make this right? When she walked in, I almost couldn't bring myself to look at her. She looked the same, but different. Her hair shorter, her face tired. The woman I had once known seemed to have aged 5 years in the time we had been apart. When she saw me, her eyes welled up, and for a moment I thought I saw guilt. But there was something else there, something I couldn't quite place. She sat down across from me, her hands trembling slightly. "Thank you for meeting me," she whispered, her voice barely audible, as if she were afraid of what I might say. I didn't respond. I couldn't find the words. All I could do was look at her, the woman who had once meant everything to me, the woman who had broken me. "I've missed you," she said, her voice cracking. "I know what I did was wrong, and I regret everything." I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe that the woman sitting across from me, vulnerable and broken, was the same woman I once loved. But the truth was, she wasn't. She wasn't the same, and she never would be. "I never meant for it to happen," she continued, her eyes filling with tears. "I thought I could handle it. I thought I could keep both of you in my life. But when I lost you when you left, I realized how much you meant to me. Her words hit me like a wave, but I wasn't fooled. This wasn't the apology I had imagined. This wasn't the closure I had hoped for. It wasn't enough. Words couldn't fix what she had broken. I needed the truth, not just regret. What is this? I asked, my voice steady but cold. Is this about you wanting me back, or is it about realizing you lost your safety net? Her face fell, and for the first time, I saw the truth in her eyes. It's not just that, she said quickly. I really miss you. I miss everything we had. I've thought about it every single day. I didn't know how to fix what I broke. The unspoken truth was clear. She didn't miss me. She missed the comfort, the security I provided. She missed the life she thought she had with me. But it wasn't love. It was regret. And in that moment, everything clicked into place. She hadn't come back because she couldn't live without me. She came back because her backup plan had failed her. Her new life hadn't turned out the way she hoped, and now she wanted to make sure I was still an option. I stood up, the weight of the realization settling in. The clarity was overwhelming, and I knew I couldn't go back. Not now. Not ever. I think you should go, I said, my voice firm. She didn't argue. She didn't try to convince me otherwise. She just nodded, her face a mask of disappointment and regret, and she left. As I sat there, watching her walk away, a strange sense of peace washed over me. I had done the right thing. Forgiving her didn't mean going back. It didn't mean pretending that everything was okay. It meant accepting the reality of the situation. If she truly loved me, she would have never risked losing me in the first place. And as I walked away from the cafe, I realized something that gave me strength. If someone truly loves you, they won't betray you. And if they return, it's not because of love. It's because they miss the way you made them feel. That's not love. That's regret.